What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance. This is What Now, Season 3, Episode 1. Starting off with David and Annie. So David and Annie have been married for a year now and also living in the US for a year. So David is now employed. I repeat, David is now employed. He is a teacher teaching English at a university, at a college, and Annie is also taking his class. So they filed over 5 months ago for her work visa, and she still is waiting on that to come through. So Annie really wants to work and says that she doesn't see anything David has promised come true yet. Let's move on to Jonathan and Fernanda. They have moved to a bigger home and have enjoyed hosting a lot of their friends, having their friends come over. And Fernanda still hasn't adjusted to North Carolina and doesn't want to settle there. Jonathan, on the other hand, says that he has built his business there and has a strong clientele and can't just see himself relocating at the moment. I think that is a strong possibility why this couple ultimately didn't last. If you follow them on social media, you know this couple is no longer together. Let's move on to Molly and Luis. So Luis and Molly have been divorced now for a year, and Molly calls her business partner to help her clean up and get rid of Luis's mess that he left behind. So Molly says that she was committed to the love and relationship with Luis. She learned of his new marriage through a friend. Molly is convinced that he knew this woman he's now married to prior to coming to the US to be with her. Molly expressed when she learned the news, she was furious. Luis, however, never went back. So it's a strong possibility that he just used Molly to get here. Bump that. He did, in fact, use her to get here. Let's move on to Tarik and Hazel. Tarik, they've been engaged for a year, and he's been back to see her 3 times since the last time we seen them on camera. His brother Dean comes by in the next scene to give his brother's son more advice. You know, Dean has never held back his thoughts and opinions on his brother's relationship, and he adds that his brother needs to get a prenup, and Tarik says that he'll think about it. So since going to visit Hazel 3 times in 12 months, he now has everything he'll need to apply for her K-1 visa. Let's go back to Jonathan and Fernanda. So Fernanda is still having a tough time adjusting. And on top of that, due to Hurricane Florence hitting hard, so it really hit hard on his business. She wants to know how long she'll have to sacrifice living in North Carolina and sacrifice being happy, because she's just really not happy there. Let's go back to Molly. So Molly and her daughter Olivia are going to get rid of her wedding dress. She's making baby steps towards closing that chapter and says that she just wants to focus on her daughters and love on them. Let's go back to Annie and David. So David, this man still hasn't retired that maroon turtleneck, and though he's working, he still can't afford to move out of the storage facility. Because they don't have a kitchen, a friend invites them over for a home-cooked meal. Annie's position still stands. She still is threatening to leave him if things don't change. But I really don't know. From the looks of it, it looks like they're definitely in a better position than they were previously. It seems like gradually things are getting better for them. He does have a job, but the only thing is that is not trickling over into them getting their own place. So I'm not sure what the holdup is. I'm not sure if they're paying him a decent amount where he could get his own place. So my thing is, instead of making all these trips and spending money and doing all these other different things, they should be utilizing that money to save so that they can get a place. Let's go back to Tarik and Hazel. So Tarik goes to meet with his friend and attorney to talk prenup. She advises him that it's necessary that he does get a prenup and not something that he should consider to do before getting married. So she basically tells him that, look, this is not something that you need to consider. This is something you need to actually do before you get married to this girl to protect yourself. And also she tried to word it in a way as also it's protecting her. So I don't know if he's going to actually go through with that, but I do think it's a good idea. If he has a lot of businesses or things that he's invested in and she's coming in, I mean, let's just be honest. She really did seek Tarik out to have a better life for herself. I believe that over time, maybe she grew to like him, maybe even love, but at first it probably was solely on creating a better life for herself and then ultimately being able to create a better life for her child as well. So it is what it is. People from where she comes from are known from doing that. They marry people here or marry people that they feel are rich and wealthy because they're looking for a way out of poverty. I mean, it was really sad. So they're desperate to do whatever they can. If they got to fall in love, have a couple of babies, and that way they can be taken care of, then that's exactly what they're going to do. So, you can't tell me that she didn't see this as an opportunity for her to have a better life for herself. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on 90 Day Fiance, What Now? Again, this was season 3, episode 1, and they showed this episode right after the premiere of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. So I'm assuming next weekend they'll also show part 2 of What Now. They'll probably have about 3 episodes. When I was doing a little research here on YouTube, I seen that people were already posting this 90 Day Fiance What Now. So I'm assuming maybe the TLC Go app already put this out there for people. And that's why it's, I'm kind of seeing it around YouTube, but I still wanted to make sure that I did a recap on it because somehow I missed it and it was my first time actually seeing it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Even if it might be old to you, it might be new to some who missed it. So I just definitely want to keep putting stuff out there for you guys, keep putting content out there for you guys, and let me know what you thought about this video by giving it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance. Comment down below and let me know what you thought about the review, also about any of these couples that are together or no longer together. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.